I need to get myself a new chair because this one is so uncomfortable. Hey, it's Mel, I hope you're doing well, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. Today we're going to be looking at the unsolved disappearance of Stephania and Edward Andrews. This case occurred in 1970 and the couple have been missing for over 50 years. This case is very strange, it's confusing, and it makes absolutely no sense. This couple one day just seemed to vanish into thin air. Edward and Stephania Andrews were both 62 years old and they were born in 1908. The couple lived in Arlington Heights in Chicago, Illinois. The couple was also described by friends and family by being trustworthy and hardworking. Edward and Stephania were always dressed very nicely and their house was always kept neat and tidy. The couple were also not heavy drinkers. Edward worked as a manager and a bookkeeper for a Chicago manufacturing company. Stephania worked as a credit investigator. According to some sources, Stephania was also called Sophia. I'm not sure if that was a nickname, but I'm going to be calling her Stephania. The couple owned a yellow and black 1969 Oldsmobile car. The car had an Illinois license plate number, which was BB9986. All of these small details come into play later. Edward and Stephania had been married for 7 years and they planned their retirement in 1970. As far as I'm aware, the couple did not have any kids or pets. On the 15th of May 1970, the couple attended a cocktail party at the Sheraton Hotel in Chicago, which was located at 505 North Michigan Avenue. The couple arrived at 6:15 p.m. and the party was sponsored by the Women's Auxiliary of the Beverage Institute, which Stephania was a member of. People at the party said that the couple seemed to be in good spirits. However, towards the end of the party, Edward began to feel sick. Edward even told some people at the party that he was sick, and he thought that he felt this way because he was hungry. Now bear in mind that only small, snacky, bite-sized foods were being served at this party, not full meals. Stephania and Edward decided to leave the party around 9 to 9:30 p.m. They went to the parking lot to get in their car. A parking lot valet and a manager both saw Edward staggering towards his car. When Edward left the parking lot, he sideswiped a door and Stephania was seen crying in the front passenger seat. After exiting the parking lot, Edward then went onto the lower deck of Michigan Avenue, where he drove off illegally, presumably under the influence of alcohol. But as I mentioned before, both Stephania and Edward were not heavy drinkers. Edward then drove south in the northbound lanes towards the Michigan Avenue Bridge and Wacker Drive. This is the last time that anyone saw the couple. Stephania is described as a Caucasian woman with greyish-brown hair, brown eyes, and she had pierced ears. She was last seen wearing a cocktail dress and jewellery. Stephania's middle name is Reinert. Edward is described as a Caucasian man with grey hair and brown eyes, and he also has a tattoo on his lower left arm, though I'm not sure what kind of tattoo it was. The next day, the 16th of May, Edward and Stephania failed to show up to a dinner party that they were supposed to attend. The couple also did not show up to work on the Monday. Bear in mind that the couple disappeared on Saturday. Co-workers got worried and they reported the couple missing that day. The police went to the couple's home and they noticed that the mail and the newspapers had been untouched. For some reason, a neighbour had a spare key to the couple's home. The neighbour gave the spare key to the police and the house was searched. Nothing seemed out of place and nothing was missing. The police have a theory that while Edward was under the influence of alcohol, he tried to do a U-turn onto the lower level of Michigan Avenue Bridge, and he and his wife ended up in the Chicago River through an area that was protected by a guardrail. So the police are saying that, Edward tried to do a U-turn, he lost control, ended up in the river by going through the guardrail. In the spring and summer of 1970, the Chicago River was searched. The police were hoping to find the couple or the car, but they found nothing. The police questioned friends and co-workers of the couple. Co-workers of Edward's said that he seemed sick around lunchtime on the day that he disappeared. People at the cocktail party also said that Edward seemed very sick. When Edward and Stephania left the cocktail party, they also left all of their personal belongings behind, which is very out of character for them. Friends and family of the couple said it was not like them to just leave town without telling anyone. Now let's look at possible theories. The first theory being that Edward, while under the influence of alcohol, accidentally drove his car into the Chicago River. However, this theory doesn't quite make sense considering that the river was searched in both spring and summer of 1970 and nothing was found. The second theory is that Edward was suffering from some kind of mental illness at the time and he wasn't thinking clearly and he just drove off with Stephania, and some people just think that the couple left on an unplanned trip somewhere. The police ruled out robbery as a theory. At the time of the couple's disappearance, they didn't have much money on them, and their bank accounts and credit cards showed no signs of activity after their disappearance. In 1971, the Chicago River was searched again, along with areas of Lake Michigan. The sonar technician stated that he was 95% sure that the car was not there. In 1973, an Arlington Heights detective thought that a barge might have crushed the couple's car into the river bottom, or it was pushed out into the lake. That same year, a tip led the police to do underwater searches in the harbour near Navy Pier. However, nothing was found. Two psychics soon got involved in the case. The first psychic in 1975 claimed that the couple had been murdered on Chicago's south side. Then in 1976, the second psychic said that the couple had been murdered and both their bodies and the car was at the bottom of a lake. Both psychics said that the couple had been murdered. Stephania and Edward Andrews were declared legally dead in 1978. In 1994, the police received a tip that the couple's bodies and their car were in the Green Oaks, Illinois pond. The pond was searched, but nothing was found. The Arlington Heights Police Department has kept this case open. I'm going to leave contact information in the description box below. If you know anything about the couple's disappearance, then please contact the Arlington Heights Police Department. Now time for final thoughts. First of all, a parking lot valet and the hotel manager saw the couple get into their car, but they reported that Edward, as he approached his vehicle, he was staggering. I don't think that Edward was drunk. I think he was just very sick, and it is possible that when the two left the parking lot in their car, Edward could have had a stroke at the wheel. Maybe he had a heart attack, who knows. This would explain why Stephania was crying. She might have been very concerned about her husband. I think the couple might have got into a car accident way out of town. Honestly, who knows? Who's to say that the couple didn't just accidentally fall into a ditch somewhere? This case is just so strange. The couple have not been seen since, and this case remains unsolved. Let me know what you think about this case in the comment section down below. Don't forget to hit the post notification bell to be notified every time I post a video. As always, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.